In this video, we're going to take a look at Notre Dame, their convincing win against Virginia. Already week 10, game 10 here for the Irish. And pretty good win. Couldn't start it off any better right here. You're kicking off to them, so you defer your option. And they absolutely muff this thing right to you. Just absolutely kick it around. Bounces right to you. Easy recovery. And right here, of course, on a muff kick, can't return it. So it'd be the same thing if it was like an onside kick. You can't return that for a touchdown if you're the offensive team or the team that's kicking. And right here on this one, muff kick, recovered. We're down right there. So good call. Good job right there, just being opportunistic, playing fast down the field, being ready for something weird. And that's what happened on this one. Obviously, rainy night, windy. Thing bounces just right there for the Irish. Easy recovery. Can't start any better there for the Irish. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is just the run game. Some of the clips that we have that we really like. A lot of inside zone, a little bit of mid zone, but really the way that they're using these tight ends and these motions, they're really getting a lot of bodies there to the front side. And around this one, just running duo. And as you see, you're tight end over here to the back side, so just running inside zone right here, duo, whatever you want to call it, and he's right here trying to lead as well. So they do a great job, as you see, just creating a wall, and right there climbs up to the linebacker. This guy, he does a great job not just chasing this guy, he goes out to this outside gap, knowing this receiver is going to feel right here, kick, you're going to put play side shoulder right there to get him in the outside gap, and then great job here by that tight end. Don't chase, stay on your track, and right there he just walks straight up, and he blocks his safety that's filled in, and right here, if you're looking at it, this backside linebacker, the guy that should be really just kind of filtering through right here, he gets caught up in this just wall of linemen and gets caught up behind his own defensive lineman there as well. And it isn't able to make a play right here as the back just bounces this thing. And of course, Jeremiah Love went over 100 yards and had 2 touchdowns. This is his first one right here. Kind of starting off the scoring after that big turnover on that kickoff. And right there, good read, and then just playing with speed, outrunning these guys. And then just looking back, easy touchdown there for the Irish. But again, it all starts up front, getting a body on a body. And again, just Denbrock does a great job of just getting extra bodies there at the point of attack, and that's what happens right there with the receiver motioning in. And I believe that's Bo Collins right there. I mean, you don't see many receivers getting in there blocking outside linebackers like that. Really good job being unselfish, getting in there in the box and making something happen. Getting good run there by Jeremiah as well. This is a great look just a little bit later in the game. Of course, again, short yardage situations. They love to get these extra tight ends in here. And on this one, great ride here by Riley Leonard. And you see with this motion, you get to that bunch here, and the guy that actually slips, you see everybody else is just basically taking their inside gap. He goes like he's going to block that linebacker, and then he just slips vertical. And again, Riley Leonard does a great job right here, just with this ball fake, shoulders down, trying to make it like a run, then just up and over, easy catchable ball for his tight end. You got to get this guy out of the way, though. He has no clue what's going on, but great job, great design there with a little pop off that inside zone. Obviously, that's their number one run, just pushing that thing downhill, taking care of all those gaps. And then once they fill in and get pretty aggressive on the run, just pop it right over their head to the back of the end zone. Easy touchdown there for the Irish. Go up 21-0 in the second quarter. One negative for this game was that Notre Dame was only 1 of 12 on third down, which is unbelievable. That's under 10%, obviously. But they were 3 out of 4 on fourth down. And right here on 4th and 1, again, looking at these heavy sets around this inside zone, you got 2 tight ends right here. So you got an ace set, and you got fullback, another dude motions in. So everybody is within this. If somebody drops a grenade right here, it's going to be a tragedy. But anyway, everybody's right in there, packed in, like it's playing football in a phone booth like they used to do. And right there, again, getting extra body with that split zone coming across everybody else's inside zone, works straight up to that linebacker, again, creating a wall. They do a great job of just trusting their tracks. And then with this duo, Jeremiah just slides right into that. These extra bodies right here that are just making this wall, just get into that wave. And right there, you see it's just like a wave, like you're surfing. Boom, slide right in there. Stay tight so this guy can't slide in there and make a play for less than a yard. And he's being pretty aggressive, and he still can't get there. Again, surfing, everybody's getting on their tracks. Falls forward for about 5 on 4th and 1. Denbrock is just a magician right there, getting extra bodies to that backside, creating that extra gap with that split zone as well. And so the last way that we're going to look at it is right here, getting another 4th and 1. And they did it a couple times in a row. Again, motioning this tight end, receiver across, then he works back. And now they're kicking over there to that fullback side. So again, just trying to find another way to get another body here. Of course, we're basing there, base out. We're going to double that to the linebacker. They're probably doubling that nose. Everybody else is working down. He's working that inside gap. He's probably going to come kick this defensive end, and that guy's going to work straight up to that linebacker. Leave this safety to have to fill in here and try to make this play, and we'll see if that's what happens. And again, walking straight up, leave that defensive end. That motion is working back for that split zone. Now again, we got to stay tight to this wash on these double teams right here. You see pretty good double team there by the tackle and the guard, and that's where that movement came from. You got to stay tight to it. If you go too wide, you're going to try to bounce this thing and they'll run you down. Stay tight. Falls forward, gets the first down right there on 4th and 1. Exact same set, same motion right here as well. Again, he's going across. Now he's working back. And on this one, course, it looks like they're trying to slant right there. That's what they're doing. They're slanting hard. So great, work that track. That tackle's going to wash him down. He's going to work right here for this safety or whoever is firing down. Kick. Again, you got to put your left shoulder on it and trying to hit this thing downhill, see what we can do. And right here on this one, not nearly as clean. They did a good job slanting to it. And then they also twisted right here, this nose. So right here, as you're looking at it, he twists around through that open gap. And that's the free guy right there where the running back's trying to go. So pretty good play right there with a little bit of a twist. He slants so hard, then he makes contact, but then he slips it to the outside, trying to be able to square this running back up. Running back just gives a little bit of shake, just enough to go through his shoulder, not just going through a half a man as opposed to straight down the middle of him. So a really good run right there for a 1 yard gain. I mean, it's one of those things that isn't really in the stat book. I mean, it's a 2 yard run, but just that little bit of shake, just to slide to half a man to fall forward for 3 yards on a 4th and 1 is huge. Really puts this game away. I mean, there's 8:24 left. They're going for it on 4th down, running some more time off the clock right there. Just dominating Virginia right here up front. That's a nice Williams right there with the run. So just really underrated run. I mean, it's only a 3 yarder, but I mean, 4th and 1 finds a way to get a first down with basically an unblocked D tackle right in your face. Here's a look at just the inside zone, possibly a mid zone, depending on what your landmarks are here. But again, run it to the tight end. You got your fullback here to the backside as well. And all you're doing, we're going to base right here. They're probably going to double that to the first linebacker in the box. We're going to double that up. He's going to slide down, try to take that. He's working through that hip all the way up to that linebacker. So probably doubling there with that end, with this tackle on this end all the way up to this linebacker. So as long as we can get a body on a body and get to the second level, that's what they do right there. Just straight up escapes right there with the guard. Works straight up. Double team right here. So 600 pounds right there at the point of attack. And a great movement. Gets up to that linebacker and comes off right there. So really good job. And then, of course, running back, you got to take these guys directly to it. Quarterback's booting away, trying to hold this from the backside. Turns and hands it out of the pistol. So basically old I formation run. And right here on this one, you see the safety or corner who's trying to fill in. He fills into the outside gap, which is probably where he's supposed to be. Probably a safety or somebody's supposed to fill here. But instead, it's supposed to fill inside out. But instead, running back puts his foot in the ground, goes vertical. And then after that, you got this guy playing way too slow. And, of course, Jeremiah Lowe, once he gets out in open space, takes to the house. Huge play right here. Last touchdown of the night for Notre Dame. And it was a good one. I mean, it was one of those long runs. Once he hit it, you knew, hey, there ain't nobody catching this dude. Great job there on the mid zone, squaring everybody up by the offensive line. Then running back makes one cut, and then after that one cut, now it's just speed all the way to the end zone. Great play there by the Notre Dame offense all the way around. Now we're going to jump into some of the passing game. Of course, Riley Leonard had a pretty solid day, 22 of 33. I mean, 66%. I mean, he had an interception, 3 touchdowns. And right here is one of the touchdowns. Great design here by Denbrock as well. I mean, motion across, getting to this triangle set. And as you're looking at it, looks like man-to-man with those guys shuffling over. And what it looks like here, just running some sort of slot fade or basic. Really, I think he's just trying to get all these guys off and trying to rub somebody for what's about to happen. So right there, he goes across. He's basically running a basic. He's going to be basically the third option. And right here, wide receiver motion across, makes it look like he's going to the wheel. And he puts his foot in the ground, comes back across. Now probably an option route. If there's nobody here on the outside, I think he turns this into an out route. But instead, whenever he gets to it, he sees this guy flying over the top. He sees that he doesn't have outside leverage. So puts his foot in the ground, works back across. And right here, this guy's vacating because this running back had a check swing. So he's reading this linebacker here. If he doesn't blitz, he's going to check. He's going to swing, try to open up this window for that guy working back across. If he would have blitzed, he would have stepped up and taken him. But instead, checks, swings, opens up that window again. So you really look one. If we can win right there, feel good about it, let's take it. If not, now we got this option route right here. Put on his body. Really hate to miss high right here. So not the most accurate ball. You want to put it on his body, make him feel safe. Going to the middle of the field, but he goes up, makes a play. Gets the end zone right there. Really good throw and catch. Great design there. Probably some sort of a fade right here for if you didn't like the coverage or if you had press, you could take that. But instead, he liked what he saw over there to the field with that motion. Great throw and catch right there. Really good catch is the main thing. I'd like to have that thing a little bit lower there. But Jaden Harrison going up right there, making a play, coming up clutch with a touchdown there. I mean, Notre Dame had gone a little while. They'd scored that first drive, gone set up 7-0. Now it's the second quarter with about 6.5 minutes left. And right here, this is their second touchdown. So right there, they had a little bit of a spell where they couldn't get first downs, couldn't stay on the field. Right there, big play to try to get a little bit of momentum right before the half. Here's another great concept here from Notre Dame. And right here on this one, the empty set. And really what you look for when you get an empty is forefront. They're going to twist, obviously, to try to stop the quarterback run. But that middle of the field right there is wide open. And right here, he does a great job. Does what a lot of people call a jerk route. He comes in, he works like he's going to his inside shoulder. He turns his back. He starts working out, sticks his foot in the ground, and then works back to the middle of the field. Again, you're one-on-one with the inside linebacker. Worst case scenario, maybe a nickel guy. But right there, boom, show him your back, stick, Then he's working back to the middle of the field. Easy throwing catch. I mean, you look at that. That's literally 10 yards, just a couple buddies playing toss right there. Easy completion, especially whenever they empty that box out like that. And, of course, the other thing you think about is quarterback run, because it's only a 4-man box. If they get wide, great. But right there, exploiting the middle of the field with just a little bit of a jerk route by Jaden Greathouse. So really good route, good patience. And, of course, whenever Jaden gets in his hands, he makes something happen. I mean, look at this. Spins off of one leg, stays on his feet, makes another guy miss, turns an easy completion right there on a jerk route. Again, getting the ball in space. That's what Notre Dame did right here. Gets to a pretty good player, and he makes something happen for a 17-yard gain right here on this one. So a good play, good design. Here's the interception from Riley Leonard. And right here on this one, 3rd and 3. So, I mean, they only converted 1 out of 12 this game. So, they're struggling a little bit. But they're just running a snag. He's going right there to sticks. He's going to the corner. Tailback's going to the flats. And these guys are here running double slants. And on this, really, I would say, hey, progression. I'm looking 1 to the snag. Who takes him away? And right there, the Mike is the guy that drives this, gets the interception. If the Mike's the guy that drives this, now let's work back to these double slants. I know there are a lot of guys in this window here. But boom, if we don't like it, corner came down. He was playing the flats. The snag gets jumped here. So I'm probably going to work this double slant here, which maybe 6 will be open, maybe not. But either way, you definitely can't force it there to a linebacker. And, of course, if everybody's staying low, you love to win with that corner route to that second level. And that safety's sitting there playing pretty tight coverage here on that corner route as well. So really not a whole lot of space. Pretty well played there by Virginia for the entire progression. Here's just a really good individual play here. And Notre Dame's just running a bit of a Y cross. These guys are working across here. He's working a dig or a curl, check, swing here. And with all that being said, nothing's there. Pretty good job here. Hey, just get out of the pocket. Don't force this thing. It's on a 1st and 10. He gets out of the pocket, and tight end that just ran the out route on that smash to that side. He's just sitting there wide open and gives it to him. And, of course, big body dude. Let's go ahead and get to the end zone. Finds a way, goes up and over. Great play right here by the tight end. Of course, great job keeping your eyes downfield. And then great job finishing here by Mitchell Evans. Effort, getting into the end zone right there. Don't make it snap the ball again. So great play there by the Notre Dame tight end. Of course, we saw the first turnover on the kickoff that started the game. And, of course, Notre Dame's defense had a great day. I mean, they controlled the line of scrimmage for the most part, and they also created 4 other turnovers. And right here on this one, Virginia actually creates a big play, but then safety flies in there, puts his helmet right on the football, pops out, and right here, Xavier Watts, right guy at the right time, gets on the football. So great play there. And, of course, the play was really made by 2. Boom, he puts his hat right on the football. Definitely not the greatest thing. You definitely want to put your head down, but right there, puts his hat on the football. Running back's trying to get low, knocks it out. And that's Rod Hurd right there getting the football out. And Xavier Watts falling on it right there. Huge turnover there for Notre Dame. Only up 7-0 right here. Still the second quarter, and they're able to stop any momentum there for Virginia. And right here, of course, still sticking with the theme of the turnovers here that Notre Dame created. And on this one, looks like 4 verticals to me. So you got a vertical out here. You got a guy bending here to this hash. You got a guy down that hash, vertical outside. Check down here from the back. And, of course, this is on 3rd and 8, so you're probably not going to check it. But right here, I'd probably say, hey, those guys are going to lie to death. Might check this thing down. But the initial read here for the quarterback, he sees press down here. His eyes go at this safety. This is who he's looking at here. And that safety gets off the hash here towards the single. And once he brings his eyes back to the hash, now you see him, he starts working back with the eyes of the quarterback. He thinks that this safety had gotten over the top of this guy running vertical, but instead he breaks on the guy coming to the near hash. Easy interception right there. Quarterback doesn't see that guy that was playing his eyes. Makes the play right there. Now we're rolling. And, of course, again, Notre Dame getting in space, man. They play fast, whether it's a running back, whether it's a safety, getting off the hash, making a play on that seam. He's even jumping over quarterbacks right here. So quarterback, obviously, don't want to be the woo. He just throws a shoulder at him, lays on the ground. He just jumps right over him. Easy job there by Aiden Schuler, creating a big play here for the defense and the Irish. Yeah, he jumped over 2 guys. But right there, get him out of the bounds right about 1 or 2. Now let our offense go to work, get into the end zone. But, again, great play. Jaden Schuler jumping over everybody, trying to get in the end zone. Couldn't quite get there. Another interception. Virginia down right here, right before the half, 135. And you saw how quickly this snowballed. It was 7-0 with about 6.5 minutes left. And Notre Dame scores a touchdown, get a turnover, score another touchdown. And now Virginia, in their own end, getting a lot of pressure here from the defensive line, get a little bit of a twist, and just playing with great effort. Right there, the D-line's getting after it. Donovan Hennish and Riley Mills right there. Senior from Lake Bluff, Illinois, getting after it right there. Great job by Riley, playing with a lot of momentum. Not quite able to get there, but that pressure and getting this guy out of the pocket for Virginia. That leads to the next thing. Of course, he just throws it up trying to make a play. Tight coverage, man-to-man. You know Marcus Freeman loves to do that. You're going to play man-to-man, put pressure on them, make those guys make plays. Don't give them anything. And right here, ball gets tipped up. And Leonard Moore, now he's the right guy at the right time, at the right place. He bats it around to himself, makes a play. Great interception there by Leonard Moore. This is really a team interception. They put pressure on him, cut the field by about a third. They're going to throw it to that third. Tight coverage gets tipped up, and then Leonard Moore is the one that comes down with it. Great play by the entire defense. 4th turnover right there in the first half. And, of course, 5th turnover in the first half. Now, somehow, in about 6.5 minutes, it has gone from 7-0 to 28-0. And Virginia's still, they're trying to press the issue, see if they can score right here on this one. And our guy brings the heat again and smokes the quarterback right here as you see it. Just the inside rush. Beats this tackle to the inside. Back. Tackle oversets right there. And he just flies right in there and makes a play. Of course, with the pressure, it leads to guys speeding up. And safety jumped this bang 8 or a glance. Whatever they're trying to run right here. Trying to run it here. Safety drives this. And that's Xavier Watts. As you see how deep he is, he's just sitting over the top. And he's trying to drive anything up. And right there again, pressure from 99. Xavier Watts jumps this thing. Big play again. I mean, right before the half. See if they can put some more points up. I don't think they do. But right there, emphatic end to the first half with the 5th turnover for the Notre Dame team. You know, you had the kickoff return where they got the turnover to start the game. And then the defense came to play right there late in the second half, creating short fields for the offense. So we saw the turnovers. We saw some run game, pass game, all that stuff. Now we're just going to look at some defensive plays that were really good and really sound football plays from the Notre Dame defense. And right here on this one, 4-2 box. So you got a 6-man box. And they're trying to run a GT counter. So right here, you block back. These guys are going to double there to the backside linebacker. He's pulling a kick. He's pulling a lead on the front side. You got to read this backside defensive end on this. And on this one, Junior Tuihalamaka, my guy, he steps in. You got a pulling guard. And just watch him just put his face mask right under his chin. Golly, watch that head just pop back. Boom. That is a great job taking on a puller. Stones them right there on the other side of the center. Everybody else is filtering over the top. And right here on this one, as you see, you do get a double team here. So they do get some movement. Not just great job taking on a double team right there. He does slip it, though. So we took 2 for 1, and we still got a free body. Great job making that play. And whenever you squeeze that hard, this tackle, he has to run the hump, and that allows this guy to play the quarterback for the hand read, and then he's able to run this down from the backside. Now, of course, even if he wasn't able to run this down from the backside, you've got 99 who's getting off a double team. You got this linebacker right here sitting as well. Of course, this double team is working to this linebacker. But as you see, 44 taking on that puller, that's exactly what you're looking for. If you can do that every single time, there is no chance. And then great job right here, finishing the play from the backside by Bryce Young, running that thing down, creating a TFL there. Started right there from Junior Tuihalamaka. Here's a play kind of later in the game. Of course, this is the last touchdown here for Virginia. And this is not the ones in there, but it's a little bit concerning. You know it's man-to-man here. If he's squeezing this hard on the down blocks, you got to sit here for the backside there with that running back, with the linebacker there for the quarterback. Squeeze that hard, make the quarterback pull it. Great, we'll be here to fit it. But instead, he's got his eyes trying to fill this for the running back, and they get beat right there for a touchdown by Virginia. But again, it should be this linebacker sitting backside. If we're going to squeeze, great, we got to communicate that. And we should be sitting for running back to the quarterback and not just have our eyes to the inside. We got to do a lot better job right there. The second linebacker core with those young guys at linebacker, they got to know what they're doing when they go in there, especially against that inside zone read. They should see it every single day in practice and get pretty good at it. If you're still watching to this point, man, I really appreciate you. And Notre Dame going on the road. You got 2 more weeks. If you can get past Army and you can get past USC, you got a chance to get into the playoffs. So that's all you can ask for. Of course, that Northern Illinois loss still stinks and makes you feel like crap because you just know, hey, man, if they could have just won that, they could have still maybe dropped one against USC or something and still get in. But it is what it is. I mean, Notre Dame's got to play well to get into the playoff, and they're right there. They got everything they need right in front of them. I think they got a good chance at it. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you made this far, look at this video right here. It's what YouTube thinks you'll like. So click on that one. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.